Hello everyone, I'm Ben Coleman, your anchor host here for the Florida Aviation Network, here coming to you from the 49th Annual Sun and Fun International Expo and Fly-In. And we are at the Aerospace Center for Excellence. If you have not been to the campus here at Sun and Fun, you owe it to yourself and your friends. Come see what they have to offer here at the campus. And we have so much going on this week. It's been a great week so far here at the 49th Annual. And with me here today, this is kind of a warm-up kickoff show. And we have one of our other hosts we're so fortunate to have is Miss Lori Bradner. Lori.
Well, thank you, Ben. Oh my gosh, I'm so honored by that introduction. And Ben, I'm so excited to be here. This is actually my first day here and first day on set. And we're broadcasting live and in the clear from the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, which of course is near and dear to my heart, Ben. And I am just so excited for all of the things that are happening today. And you're right, Ben. You owe it to yourself to come out to Sun and Fun in Lakeland, Florida. Mm-hmm. Come see us today. It's fabulous.
And Lori, just since we have a little bit of time to bat this around,
sure.
Do you know what "in the clear" means?
You know what, Ben? I don't. Ben, will you tell us what "in the clear" means?
In the clear means that back when we were forming our roots with
mm-hmm.
the Florida Aviation Network, we were the FAA production studios.
Right.
And we would put FAA matter out on the air, but it was only to selected stations, and the signal was scrambled because some of this information was coming from Oklahoma City and Washington D.C. So therefore, we had to really guard what was being said and who was being able to hear it. So when we branched off, that's why we say we're live and in the clear.
That's awesome.
Because it's not scrambled, and anyone with an internet connection can see these shows.
That's awesome. And I know, Ben, this is what's so exciting is that even if our guests can't be with us in person, they can certainly catch the Florida Aviation Network on our website. They're watching us live now. Mm-hmm. And mm-hmm. Ben, I understand we're not just broadcasting in Florida. We're not just broadcasting in the U.S., but we broadcast worldwide.
It's worldwide.
Which is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah. Our audience is just amazing, and we have such amazing people and such amazing supporters, Ben, that we couldn't do it without them.
We're going to get into those supporters, our affiliates, that we have... excuse me.
Did you see how I segued us, Ben?
Oh, that was good.
No.
That was good. And then I have a special note after we complete and recognize the folks that we consider affiliates to help us do this, because this is a volunteer organization. I know we look very professional, and we look like we're paid an awful lot of money to do this. So, but we're here because of our love for aviation and the passion, and we're here to give it back, particularly us old ones. You young ones.
Oh,
like Lori.
I love you, Ben. Okay, yes, absolutely. Thank you.
And speaking of which, we want to thank Ryan, Jacob, and Nick for our cameras work.
Yes.
And Miss Melody is our floor director.
Absolutely.
And I tell you, we wouldn't be able to do it without Captain Carter.
That's
literally, he is an airline captain, and he takes his time off to come do this.
Yep.
And of course, there's always Steve hanging around back there throwing switches and doing that. He's also an airline captain.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
All kind of airline folks.
Yep.
They don't have enough things to do, so they come here and volunteer for that. Okay, Lori, I'm going to start this off, and we want to recognize Bill Stoll and Joel Wiener in Jacksonville with the Civil Air Patrol. They have dedicated a lot of time and finances to help us with this.
Absolutely, and we want to say a special welcome to Terry Kurtz from South Lakeland. Now, of course, Terry, she's at the studio with us today, but we couldn't do it without her.
Glenn Sims in Lakeland with the Civil Air Patrol.
And we've got Paul Adrian and John Weber in Leesburg, and they're with the EAA Chapter 534. Thank you so much.
And also Barbara Phillips in Orlando with EAA Chapter 74.
And I believe she's coming in today,
she's
Ben. We get to talk to her today.
Hopefully you'll talk with her.
I will. I'm looking forward to that. And Robert Jakes in Orlando with the Orlando FISDO. Thank you so much for being an affiliate and for all your support.
Vicki Sherman in Ormond Beach, she's a mainstay with us here at the formerly FAA Production Studios, but now the Florida Aviation Network.
Absolutely. We've got Keith Phillips. Keith is coming to us, and we thank you from Spruce Creek. He is actually with the EAA Chapter 288.
Deborah Van Truren in Titusville. And this is, she's also an EAA chapter affiliate, and 866, good for 866.
And we've got Brianna Wright in Sanford, and she's with the Naval Air Station Sanford Information Headquarters. Thank you for being an affiliate.
Brianna Wright, did you know that she is a descendant of the Wright brothers?
No.
Yeah.
I did not. Ben, we need to get her on the show.
Well, at some
Somebody
point in time,
call her now and get her here.
we'll, she volunteers here quite a bit.
That's
but we're
awesome.
gonna
We
talk
need
with
to
her.
get her on. We need to get her on, fan.
I want to see her family notebook, her photographs. But
Absolutely.
Anyway, Bill McClung
Yep.
in Tampa, and Bill was with us here yesterday, and he's hopefully watching us here now. Thank you, Bill, for your support.
Absolutely. And we've got Michael Minner in Tampa with the Tampa FISDO. Thank you so much.
And Dennis Hayes, Fort Myers with the EAA.
Right. And we want to say a special thank you to William, also known as Billy Hadaway, in Birmingham. So we've got Birmingham with the Birmingham FISDO.
And if you don't know Billy, he's a good old boy. He really is. And Sam Gross with the Tampa Fast team. Thank you, Sam.
Thank you to Barry Simmons in Inverness with the EAA chapter, and apparently he is the president. So it's President Barry Simmons, EAA chapter 1674.
Tommy Diedemann with in Live Oak, Florida, and he's with EAA chapter 797.
Yeah, and we want to say also a special thank you to our affiliate. We've got John Liccardi and Michael Ketchpaw. They're in Fort Pierce, and they're with EAA chapter 908. Ben?
Rob Williams in South Carolina with Triple Tree.
Yay.
And Rob used to be a resident here.
Yes, he did.
And he defected to South Carolina.
And Ben, I have to tell you, I had an opportunity to see Rob, and we took a group of students from South Carolina to the Triple Tree Aerodrome, which was absolutely fantastic. So Rob has gone on and continued to do great work throughout the nation, and such a great champion for aviation education. So a shout out to Rob. And last but certainly not least, Florida Aviation Network would like to thank our affiliate, Laura Spoler. She is in Orlando, and she is with the Florida with the Women in Aviation. Once again, we could not do what we do without you. And on behalf of the Florida Aviation Network and all of us here, we want to just say a big shout out and a big thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
In unison. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes.
And always do more. We always appreciate it. I have a note here on anybody involved with the Wings program.
Yes.
Okay, here's something that we all need to be aware of, and these are some of the things that get kind of shoved into the corner of what we're doing, and we want to bring it to the forefront here. Wings program, it's a vital industry-wide and government-wide respected operation. We have been so fortunate that the FAST team here, the FAA FAST team, recognizes some of the shows that we put on are worthy of Wings credit because it discusses in-depth safety information that is vital to flight safety. And here's how you do it. And the reason I know that here's how you do it because they wrote it down and made me read it. So here's how you do it. You go onto the website, the FAST team spans government website, and it's really not easy to find. And the reason I know that is because it says here it's not easy to find. But after you go on there, you'll find the program number, SO15, which is Southern Region SO, FLISTO 15, and then numbers 12, 01, 21 won't mean much, but it's a sequence. But you do need to keep that sequence in there. But send a note to Robert.Jex, Jex at Florida at FAA.gov, and that is where you send him the date of the title of the presentation, the 4-digit code, the last 4 digits for that show, and the name of the people that you watched, and it's just that. Fair because they trust you to a point. But just the code for the show, the presenter and the guest, and also that's also a good thing to type in always. Smooze goes a long way. Okay, thank you, Bob, for your support. And we mean that seriously because if you don't know Bob Jex, he's not in it for Bob. He's in it for us.
And he is one of the affiliates that certainly and has been a longtime supporter of the Florida Aviation Network.
True.
So absolutely.
Well, Laurie, since again, that's any questions on the wings process? I don't see any hands come up, so there must be no questions. Laurie, this is your first day.
Yes.
This is our fourth day.
I know.
And we've had a very, very good show.
Yes.
The weather's been spectacular, if you can't tell by the sunburn and so forth. Because we go out in the afternoons after we finish our productions here and see what's going on. Yeah. And there's a lot of very new, exciting things out there.
That's awesome. Ben, what are some of the things that you've seen? Because you've had a chance to be out in the field. So did you see how I turned this around on you?
Oh.
Because I want you tell us what you've seen. What has your experience been? What have you had time to go look at and discover?
I don't know exactly how to say this, so I'll just try to muddle it out. With all the new technology and everything out there, that's the glass aircraft, the composites, and their sleek appearance.
Yeah. Oh wow!
One thing that I'm really liking is the Junkers, the Junker Aircraft Company.
Yes.
Remember the old Adolf Hitler's Junkers 52, Ju-52? They have a training aircraft out now with a Rotax engine on it. And the skins, the wings, and everything are still the stamped aluminum.
No.
And it looks archaic, but it's modern technology. And it's all.
And it's here?
Yeah, it's here. There's several of them.
Right.
Over at the, there we go. Boy, those guys in the back are quick, aren't they?
Oh, wow, that's fabulous.
That's the Junker, that's the trainer. And
that's amazing.
They also have a tour airplane.
Okay.
I think it's a 6-passenger, and it's a lot bigger, but it's a very interesting design, and it lets you know that people might say doom and gloom for aviation, it's too expensive and it's dead. No, there's all sorts of enthusiasm out there.
Yeah.
The Cub designs are there. Another aircraft that is sleek is the VL3 put out by JMB Aircraft out of Czechoslovakia.
Wow.
But it is a 200-mile-an-hour airplane on 115 horsepower. And it's remarkable retracting landing gear.
Yeah.
But very, very sleek, very modern. The gyrocopters.
Oh my
gosh. There's so many gyrocopter designs out there, and
they're amazing. They are amazing, amazing.
The new
machines.
technology, the eMag, the electronic magneto, is here, and it's doing a good job.
That's awesome.
I'm flooded with information. I can't just shove it all in there.
No, I understand, Ben, that our viewers, if they are able to come and join us here for the 49th annual Sun and Fun, some of our favorites are here again. I know that the Aeroshell team has come back, and of course, I believe that we had the arrival of the Blue Angels yesterday. Which was it yesterday, Ben, that they arrived, which was amazing, and Michael Goulian again. And I know that I'm so excited, Ben, and I know you're going to talk to her. Patty Wagstaff is going to be in our studio, and we love Patty, a longtime supporter of FAN, and we're certainly a supporter of all she does. And I think you're going to talk to her today, even.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
Patty is. Patty's sometimes a very hard target to hit.
Okay.
Because she's moving so fast all the time.
All the time.
And she gets, last year I think she got clotheslined. You know what that means?
Yes.
In the football term, you know, hold your arm out.
Yeah.
She was on her way here and got clotheslined by somebody that she could not get out of.
Wow.
And so she apologized, but she will be here if she can, because she is a very, very strong supporter of what we do here at the Florida Aviation Network.
Absolutely. And then I know Stallion 51 is here, so Lee Lauterbach is here. We had an opportunity, Ben, to go out we just a few weeks ago, and we were out actually at their hangars, and we got to talk with them, and of course they were very, very excited. And so there's just so much. Ben, I'm telling you, we could sit here all day and tell everyone about all of the exciting things that are out there, from the Warbird ramp, to the new technology, and we cannot forget about the Aerospace Center for Excellence and the museum. That is a must go to. We're really going to encourage, especially our families, Ben, when they're here, to make sure it's right across the street from the Central Florida Aerospace Academy, where we're broadcasting live and in the clear. But we're really going to encourage people to go see the museum and experience everything that is here. Ben, you could spend, you know what, Ben? This is better than Disney. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. But for me, I love aviation. It's better than Disney.
I'm not going to go there. You went there, but I'm not going to go there. And actually, I spoke Tuesday with Eric Crump.
Yes.
And Eric, if you have a chance, get on our website and pull that interview out. Just do a Google search, Eric Crump, Ben Coleman, Florida Aviation Network, and it'll populate. But Eric he's getting his feet wet in a lot different way. It's a lot different than working for Polk State College.
I know he had a little bit of a change.
And it's he's wearing it well, but he's also, I can see that he's tired. And I said, Eric, take time. Remember to stop and smell the roses. Take care of Eric. What do you do for fun? So this is where you can get a chance to learn a little bit more about folks that do make things happen here, their background. Because it's everyone has an interesting past. And some more than others. But no, Steve, I'm not going to tell them about that time you got arrested, okay? That's in the past, okay? We'll put it behind us.
Ben, I think we also, for this 49th annual Sun and Fun, and I know later on, I believe we're going to be seeing him, Gene Conrad, who stepped in and is now leading the charge for Sun and Fun. And everything that I've seen, I was here during the preparations, and then back here today. And kudos, I think we have to give a shout out to Gene Conrad and his team, and all of the team here at Sun and Fun that make all of this work for all of us, and for the thousands and thousands and thousands of people that descend on Lakeland, Florida, to come, Ben, because I believe Sun and Fun is still the second largest air show in the nation. And of course, Air Venture is in Oshkosh, and that'll be in July. So there's a lot of people that they have to deal with. A lot of people come through these doors. And
Gene is, this is trial by fire, because you can't go to school to learn how to lead this. And we got to mention a little bit of the bitter with the sweet. Have you tried to use your cell phone?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I haven't been out yet, Ben. It's
it's an opportunity to improve. And I know that Gene he's getting hammered with Wi-Fi coverage, cell phone coverage. We can't use it to talk to anybody, and it really is a serious. We have become so dependent, and where's my phone? Where's my phone?
We can't have them on the set, Ben. It interferes with the electronics.
But we're so dependent on these little boxes. It controls our lives now. I think they might have known that when they came up with these little gadgets.
Oh, of course.
Personal identification, dependent devices. But anyway. Laura, we're going to wind this up in probably about a minute and a half.
All right.
What would you like to share with us, and what is your focal point when you get out walking around? Where are you going? What are you
You know what, Ben? Because I am all about education and aviation education and promoting aviation education, I have to tell you, my first stop is always going to be the Aerospace Center for Excellence, and to see all of the new things, because that is so geared toward promoting education. I feel right at home here, of course, at CFAA, because George Bartuska, who's also also on our staff. He and I
Dr.
were
Bartuska.
Dr. Bartuska. Thank you. Yes, Dr. Bartuska. We are, this was our first home. So Sun and Fun is near and dear to me. And then I have to tell you, I love the Warbird ramp. I love the Warbird ramp, Ben. So I'll be looking forward to getting out there and just looking around and meeting and greeting the people. So I'll be here. I'll be here through Sunday. Can't wait. And Ben, it is, as always, a pleasure to share the stage with you.
And as well mine.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laurie. And we are going to wind this one up, but we also want to say a special hello to our folks up in the International Space Station,
Yes.
because they have access to this as well.
Yes.
In their spare time, I'm sure after their naps, they're going to wake up and wonder what's going on at Sun and Fun.
And you know
I
what,
was
Ben?
there.
Can I do just a shout
No,
out
it's
to
too late.
them?
It's too late.
No, I have to tell you, because Central Florida Aerospace Academy was one of those schools that actually they did a link and talk. Now, this was many, many years ago, but the students here got to talk to the astronauts on the ISS. So absolutely. Good morning and welcome.
Yeah, we got to remember that this we get caught up in our little chasms, but it's a big world out there, and the universe is still waiting for us. So anyway, we're going to wind this one up, and this is Ben Coleman, your anchor host for the Florida Aviation Network. Let's see you next interview. Come see us at Sun and Fun, 49th Annual.